Well, it's time to talk movies, and with today's forecast, it may be a great day to hang inside and watch the big screen. Here now with insight on some flicks hitting theaters this weekend is film critic and executive producer of Movie Show Plus, Tom Santilli. Good morning, Tom.
Hey, how's it going? Great to be here. Bright and early for me.
Absolutely. Great to have you on, as always. So the major movie this weekend is Uncharted, and I know that's based on a popular video game. What can you tell us about Uncharted?
Yeah, so look, video games do not have a good track record, right, as far as being adapted to the big screen. There are not many good video game movies. If you go to Rotten Tomatoes, in fact, they put out a list of 48 video game movies, and only 4 of them have a fresh rating from critics. So it's an uphill battle. But look, Uncharted is one of the best-selling video game franchises of all time. It spawned comic books and novels, so it's like a big thing, and it's made for cinema. It's very cinematic, the whole thing. This movie stars Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. I knew of the video game. I'd never played it really. I don't really know much about it, so I can't be known as a huge Uncharted fan. But I liked this movie. I thought it was pretty good. It's in the vein of Indiana Jones or National Treasure. They're hunting for gold and following clues, and there's bad guys trying to stop them. And there's some really good action pieces. Is this a great movie? Absolutely not. But I thought that the action sequences and Tom Holland carried the thing enough to want to go see it in the movie theater if you do go outside this weekend.
And sometimes we're not looking for an Oscar winner. We're just looking for a big, action-packed, entertaining movie. And I feel like with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, you kind of have the best of 2 generations there, so maybe a little bit for everybody.
Yeah, people are kind of hounding on this that know the game. So I feel like for those that know the game, it might be harder to swallow that they've changed some things. But if you don't know much about Uncharted and just go in thinking it's a good, wanting a good action movie, I think you're going to be happy with it.
I was going to say, I don't know anything about that video game, so I'm coming in with more of an open mind there. So maybe it's the type of movie for someone like me. What else is out this weekend? Maybe not opening weekend, but what else is out in theaters that you would recommend?
Yeah, there are two movies that are up for Best Picture that I think people should still go see, because there are 2 Best Picture movies that are not available to stream. So the only place you can see them are in theaters right now. And the first one is called Licorice Pizza. It's a movie, Paul Thomas Anderson. And then the second one is Belfast, the movie directed by Kenneth Branagh that everybody's been talking about for the Oscar. Those are 2 movies that are out. New this weekend, there's a movie called Dog. It stars Channing Tatum and a dog as they go on a road trip across the country. And then there's also a really good foreign movie in select theaters called The Worst Person in the World. That movie is up for 2 Oscars, Best Original Screenplay and Best International Feature. So there's definitely a lot to find this weekend.
And I know there's been a bit of Oscars news this past week as well about who's going to be hosting. What can you say on that front there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm an Oscar optimist. I always want everything to be great. So they announced that the hosts this year are going to be Amy Schumer, Regina Hall, and Wanda Sykes. They're each going to host an hour of the Oscars. So they're also guessing that it's only going to be 3 hours long, which would be rare. But those choices are interesting because a lot of people thought that they would skew younger and try to get the younger audience. There was buzz about Tom Holland and Zendaya maybe hosting, but that didn't happen. We're just going to have to see. I'm also hosting the Oscars locally. If people wanted to check that out, I am going to be hosting the Oscar Gala at the Maple Theater on March 27th. It's an amazing event, and there's giveaways, live music, photo booth, silent auction, all kinds of stuff, and you get to watch the Oscars on the big screen with fellow movie lovers like myself. So anybody looking for a night out on the town can definitely check that out. There's tickets available at themapletheater.com right now for that event, plus an Oscar preview event that we're doing earlier in the month.
How about that? That is a great event. We'll be sure to check that out. Tom, before we let you go, as always, where can people check out more information on Movie Show Plus? And I know you have an upcoming season as well.
Yeah, movieshowplus.com. We have all our new episodes. You can find all my written reviews of all these movies we're talking about, celebrity interviews, and we just launched our latest season. The newest episode can be found online as well. There's a sign up for an e-newsletter that you can get all kinds of cool stuff from us. So do all that and check it out.
Tom Santilli with Movie Show Plus. Always good to chat with you. Thanks for joining us this morning.
You as well. Have a good weekend.
You too.